Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Right, this is under the introduction to programming, but I jump in the middle of the lecture, so I just focus on this remaining lecture, which is let me start. What is inside a computer? Okay, all of us know this is the inside of computer. One of it is a software. Okay? Because as we learn programming, of course, we deal with the software. Let's look what is a software. Software known as a computer program. Also, it's a collection of instruction for computer to operate. And if you look at the collection of important program and they are operate in a basic operation, this is what we call operating system. So example of operating system is Windows, DOS, OS X, Unix, and etc. Okay. Uh, Now focus on the programming languages. Let's understand what is a programming language. A programming language is a machine readable artificial language to express computations that can be performed by a machine. Okay? So it's an artificial language. It's in a simple term, the language that can instruct computer to perform certain operation. Meaning, you write if you want to interact with the computer, you have to write language, computer language. So this is what I call programming language. So in this course, we are going to use C as a programming language for us to interact to computer. Right. This is how computer works. You got the input device, and this is your central processor unit, an ALU, arithmetic logic unit, and then you have a memory. And when you input devices like a keyboard, mouse, or any other kind of input will be input into CPU. CPU is they have a board, and then this central processor unit consists of CU and ALU. And after the process, and then they produce output. In simple terms, you got input, you got process, and you got output. Right? How computer interacts, right? So if you look at this one, this is a high level language. You say like human being is, hey, do you hear me? If you talk to the computer, none. Computer is a machine, is a dumb, nothing inside the computer. So how to interact with the computer? Because that's why you provide, as we discussed before, we provide the operating system to what? To make the its collection operating system is, as we know, that is collection of the important program that that can perform something. So even we talk to computer, that's meaningless unless we have the operating system. And also, this is you can tap any kind of languages that can be translated by the operating system to perform certain things. So look at this one. This is also C languages as other application program like Microsoft Word or Visual Basic. In order to convert this, you need a compiler, so that this compiler can convert into the operating system, and the operating system can talk to a computer. So computer alone, dead, nothing. Computer is like a hardware, nothing. But computer plus operating system, a bit live, but it's for its own to like automation. And if you want to interact, you need a compiler. Computer plus operating system plus compiler, then you can interact with the operating system. That's why in our course, in introduction to programming, this course, you need to have the compiler or editor, or they call it dev C++. You have to download this one. Okay. There are three types of programming languages. They call it machine language, assembly language, and high level language. High level is something that close to human, Machine language is close to machine. Assembly is in the middle. We will see this one later. Okay, what is machine language? Basically, machine cannot understand human language. This is normal. We don't understand. We understand this one. Computer only understand numbers, right? A 101010 a digit. And machine language are machine dependent, but is in generally consists string of numbers. So machine dependent meaning that this is you have to understand machine dependent meaning if you write code on top of Mac, for example, or on top of Windows, and they process into the particular processor, that is cannot be bring that code into the other processor because that is dependent. Dependent meaning that attached to that particular hardware. This is what I call machine is every machine they have different format. So you have to understand this one. Okay, assembly language. Machine language is hard to understand and write. Okay, so this is still very hard. All right. Uh, Machine language is using 1010. It's a number. Imagine if we represent our world in a number, it's very hard for us to digest, to understand. But assembly is a bit English-like abbreviation that we can understand. For example, load, we know this is to load data, add to add data, store to store in the memory. This is a kind of example of assembly language. High-level language is much closer to human. It is easier to use and learn rather than machine language. So, but before we see the slide before we have a high-level language, it's very hard to talk to machine, impossible. So what you need to have is a compiler. Compiler convert the high-level language into a machine language. Example of high-level language is one of it, C. We're going to learn this one. C++, Java, Fortran, COBOL, Python, and etc. Right. Uh, this is just a summary. So you can see the machine language is in 1010. Assembly like this, load, base pay, of pay. This is all the instruction. And high-level language is more towards on human being. You got a what I call some of the operation is clear to you, is close to human. Right. Again, this one is just a recap. Translating high-level language into binary. So you got this kind of later on. Don't worry about the C language, C programming code. So we're going to learn this one. You have the compiler to translate your compiler into the object code, and then there is a linker. No need to think about this one. They will link accordingly into the machine language that they can executable by the computer. Right. This newer, say this is a newer programming languages. Visual.net is been there. C, C++, there's Java, web programming, multimedia programming, Flash. This is so maybe by the time you graduate, you will learn another programming language. Don't worry about that. So this type of programming paradigm, there's an imperative paradigm and there is a declarative paradigm, right? So for our uh, programming, we are focusing on procedural or structured programming. In this course, you are learning procedural structured programming. So remember this one. C is a procedural, meaning that by sequence. It features close to relation to machine architecture. It is based on von Neumann architecture. It works by changing the programs that through assignment statement. It perform, look at this one, this is very important, step by step task by changing state. And the main focus is on how to achieve the goal. In this course, C language is chosen as a tools to learn procedural or structured programming. So we'll see why C. I think you need this one. No need to. There will be a slide, but you can read this one. Go through. So this is a reason why we put C. And C for me is quite very easy, very straightforward language to learn. Right. How is it C still relevant? Of course it's relevant, otherwise we will not offer to you. Don't worry about this one. I also learned C before. Yeah. Uh, okay, this is some of the, maybe you worried, what does it take to become a programmer? Actually, as a computer science, C programming is a hardcore of the computer science. So you need maths, of course, maths is there, but it's not necessary. If you don't know maths, you don't know programming. So it's a complement. Better you know maths, so you can do more on programming. The importance of design, you need to design a solution for a problem. Of course, this is very important. Important of patience, of course, doing the programming, of course, you need a hard work, because you are going to see, uh, when you got error, you need to debug, you can see the code, but it's the part and parcel of the to become a programmer. Important of precision, of course, programmer need to be precise, uh, because you are giving instruction to the computer. If you uh, give a wrong instruction, then you will got the wrong output. Framing problem correctly, of course, this is very important also. Right. Okay, there's four ways to learn programming faster. For example, look at the code, and after reading it, code it and run and execute it, then modify it, or write your answer on code as soon as possible, and then seek out more resources. So for me, to learn programming, there's no what I call easiest way. Uh, you need to get your hand dirty on the programming. Do more exercise, and don't worry about the errors. Don't worry about the what we call, when you run your code, you got error. The error, it should give you some motivation to solve the problem. Yeah. Right. This is the you can fill in the blank. Once you're free, you can fill in the blank. And I think that's all. Thank you very much.